Today, we're going to dive into the 4 mindsets that secretly control how we think about money. And what's wild is, it's not really about how much you make. It's about how your financial situation literally changes the way your brain works.
I mean, think about it, right? For one person, $500 is groceries for the whole month, a total lifeline. For someone else, their account just went negative because of it. And for another person, it's a rounding error they wouldn't even notice. The amount is exactly the same, but the feeling, the stress, completely different. This isn't about the number, it's about the mindset.
So what's going on here? Well, it all comes down to what psychologists call cognitive bandwidth. Think of your brain like a computer with a limited amount of RAM. When you're constantly worried about money, it's like having a dozen apps running in the background. Can I pay rent? What if the car breaks down? Do I have enough for groceries? All that worrying just eats up your processing power and slows everything else down. And the cost of that constant worry is, well, it's staggering. A study out of Princeton found that living under serious financial stress can hammer your cognitive performance by up to 13 IQ points. That's the equivalent of losing a full night of sleep every single day. So people aren't making bad decisions, they're making decisions with a brain that's completely overloaded. All right, so that brings us to the journey we're all on, whether we know it or not. We're going to walk through these 4 mindsets one by one. We'll look at how each one shapes your thinking and, most importantly, what it takes to level up. Let's start with the one where most of us begin.
Level 1 is survival mode. This is that classic living paycheck to paycheck reality. The money comes in and it goes right back out to cover rent, food, bills, and by the end of the month, you're pretty much back at zero.
Down here, money isn't a tool you use to build your future, it's a threat. It's a source of constant anxiety. And your whole mental focus shifts from how do I get ahead to how do I just survive? The questions you ask yourself are totally different.
And if you think this is rare, think again. This is way more common than most of us realize. Data from the Federal Reserve shows that nearly 60% of Americans couldn't cover a surprise $1,000 expense. That gives you a real sense of just how many people are living with that constant hum of financial stress.
And the psychology of this is fascinating. The survival mindset forces you to choose short-term certainty over any kind of long-term opportunity. This is why people take out high-interest payday loans or stay in jobs they can't stand. The immediate relief feels way safer than the risk of trying for something better down the road. It's not illogical, it's survival. So, what's the mission? How do you break out of level 1? It's one single, focused goal. Build a cash buffer of 1 month's expenses. That's it. Not 6 months, not a huge investment, just 30 days of breathing room. That one step buys back the cognitive bandwidth you need to start thinking beyond next week.
Okay, so once you've got that buffer, you move up to level 2, the stability trap. Now the panic is gone, the bills are paid, things are calm. But right here, a new, much more subtle danger creeps in.
And this, honestly, is the most dangerous level of all, psychologically. Why? Because the urgency is gone. You feel good enough. And that's when lifestyle creep sneaks in. A pay raise comes, so you get a better car. A bonus hits your account, so you move to a nicer apartment. Before you know it, your spending is risen to meet your new income, and you're stuck. People get stuck right here for years, sometimes even decades.
And the price of getting stuck here? It's enormous. Just look at the cost of delay. If you start investing just $500 a month, waiting 10 years, just 10 years, can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars in the long run. The enemy in the stability trap isn't your income, it's procrastination. So the key here is to flip the script. The way out is to automate your investing before you upgrade your lifestyle. You treat saving for your future like a bill. You pay your future self first. Every single month, no excuses. Even a small amount, as long as it's consistent, will completely change your trajectory. And once you have that automation humming along in the background, you've graduated. You've unlocked level 3, the growth engine. And now, for the first time, money starts to feel less like an adversary and more like an ally.
The mindset shift here is profound. You stop playing defense, where you're always asking, how do I avoid losing money? And you start playing offense, asking, okay, where can I put this money so it works the hardest for me? You're moving from a place of fear to a place of strategy.
And what's really cool here is that your confidence stops being tied to the size of your paycheck. Instead, it comes from your systems. You have a plan, you see it working month after month, and you start to trust the process. That's a whole different kind of security. To really thrive in this level, you focus on boring, consistent action. This is all about ownership. We're talking about investing in broad, low-cost index funds, building equity and assets, and developing skills that allow your income to scale. There are no get-rich-quick schemes here, just smart, disciplined growth.
And that consistent, boring action is what eventually leads you to the final stage. Level 4, the freedom mindset. This is where the entire game changes.
Now, reaching this level is incredibly rare. Research from Fidelity suggests that fewer than 1 in 10 people ever truly get here. And it's usually not because of their income. It's because they failed to make those crucial mental shifts back in level 2 or 3.
And this is the ultimate mental upgrade. The question you ask is no longer, can I afford this? Because honestly, you probably can. The new question, the real question, is this worth my time and energy? Time becomes the real currency here, not dollars.
Because at this level, wealth gets completely redefined. It's not about consumption. It's not about buying more stuff. It's about having control over your time. It's about having the optionality to do what you want, when you want. And ultimately, it's about achieving a deep, real sense of peace.
So if there's one thing you take away from all of this, let it be this. You can't skip levels. The real secret is to figure out exactly where you are right now and focus all your energy on mastering that one stage. Build your buffer. Automate your investing. Understand the psychology that's holding you back.
Because once your thinking changes, the money always follows. So the question to leave you with is this. Looking at this framework, what level are you mastering today? What's the one action you can take to start winning at the level you're in right now?